Hey, yo, what's going on with it once again? Ladies and gentlemen, fanboys and fangirls, this is the one, the only, of course, Mr. Criticism Guy 2009, aka Nintendo Sony Free 2011, and of course Nintendo Mind Guy 360, back again with another video for you guys. Back up in this bitch. As a few of these black Moreno like dudes I know that they say it's really, really funny. Especially this one dude, the revolutionist with the tattoos. Sometimes they say, it's amazing, and that Moreno black dude's funny as hell. He's super ghetto as heck, but then there's a few times he's really educational too. A few times, but he's still funny as hell. And I think I've only been subbed to him over a month. I heard about him 3-4 years ago, but then like when Jay Miller Speaks Out put a certain video out that he was talking about, he really grabbed my attention. That's when he gave me my subscription, that's for sure. So check that fool out, he's funny as hell. But he's still, a few times in his videos, he's very intellectual too. Most of the time he's ghetto as hell, but like, there is a few times where he's very educational, very educated black dude. A few times, not a lot. But he's still funny as heck. Whenever I'm really extremely bored with YouTube, I'll just watch his stuff. Anyways, today, hopefully you guys read the title above and below. I actually, finally, I know I did say this. I wasn't going to do any more movie reviews, but I had to make a small little, what's it called? Had to bend the rules a little bit for this one because this one was a big, gigantic franchise I really loved growing up. Well, mostly in my mid-late teen years, my early 20s, even though I'm about to be in my mid-late 20s pretty soon. 30 is right around my corner, man. The 30s, man, I'm telling you. Man, hopefully they're not too shitty to me. I just hope they're not. Because in your teens and 20s, they're the best years of your life. I don't know if it's 50s and 60s and up. It depends on what type of environment you're growing up in or what kind of lifestyle you're living or how much money that you have. That's pretty much what it counts on it. Whatever age group it is. Anyways, I just hope they're good to me, that's for sure. That 30s, pretty soon. That's only like 4 years from now. Very close. So, yeah, here we go. Without further ado, let's begin. Oh, wait, hold on. And I'm going to have trouble with this. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Let's really begin. So, Taken 3. This one stars, I'm just going to put the stars up first before I get into the plot and all that, and I'll tell you about my overall thoughts, views, and opinions on it. And oh my god, it is awesome as hell. I'm sorry if I scared you guys that are microphone users. That shit was fucking awesome. That's all I got to say about that. And let me just start reading the actors. Obviously, the main protagonist, the big giant celebrity, the main focus of the character is Liam Neeson as Brian Mills. Forrest Whitaker as Inspector Frank Dotzler. That was cool that they brought him in there. He's one of my favorite actors on there. Maggie Grace, the one that was like Liam Neeson's daughter in the movie, as Kim Mills. Famke Jensen as Lenora Smith-John. And side note really quick, I think she was the same exact girl. Don't correct me if I'm wrong on this. She was the one that was in all the X-Men movies, wasn't she? In X-Men 1, 2, and 3. She's the one that played Jean Grey, right? Because she looks so much fucking like her ass. I shit you not, ladies and gentlemen. She looks exactly like her. Oh my god. It has to be her. It has to be. No way in hell that it isn't. But I'm putting up all my money. All bets are off. I'm putting my money that this girl, what's her name? Famke Jemison. It was the one that played Jean Grey in X-Men 1, 2, and 3. The one that was with Hugh Jackman as Wolverine and stuff. Had to be. It had to be her. Because she has the exact same face and everything, but she's dark hair, brunette. She's not redhead in this one, but whatever. Celebrities, they change all the time. Doesn't matter. Forrest Whitaker, I already said that. Frank and Ghost. Dougray Scott as Stuart St. John. Sam Sperlin as Olga Malkovan. Lenal Orsolan. I'm going to butcher both those names because I think they really are Russian-German names. Okay, Sam Spergel as Olga Malkovan. Lennon Orslin as Sam. John Grease as Casey. Excuse me. Johnny Wheatson, or Weston as Jimmy, and the last guy, Dylan Bruno as Smith. Okay, so let me read the whole plot. You could just skip the first, like, less than 10 minutes of this thing, because it's probably going to be under 30 minutes. Might be a half hour, this movie review. Who knows? Just like the one I did last year was 32 minutes, or 45 minutes the year before, when I did Maleficent and Dark Knight. This is 2012, and that one was out in 2011. Okay, so this is the whole plot story. After a brief visit with his daughter, Kim, Brian Mills is met by his former wife, Lenore. She tells him that she and her husband, Stuart St. John, are having marital problems. She has rekindled romantic feelings for Brian, who refuses to become involved while she is still married. Later, Stuart warns Brian to stay away stay away from Lenore. The following day, Lenore texts Brian asking to meet him. Brian agrees, but upon returning to his apartment, discovering Lenore's body, almost immediately, the Los Angeles Police Department arrives to arrest Brian on suspicious murders. Brian escapes and sets to investigate the homicide. Meanwhile, LAPD Inspector Frank Dotzler, who quickly becomes familiar with Brian's unique background, heads to manhunt and capture Brian. Brian recovers weapons and electronics from a secure location, then retracts Lenore's footsteps just prior to her murder. At a convenience store, he recovers surveillance footage of Lenore being abducted by an unidentified man. LAPD detectives arrive, and unknown to them, Brian allows himself to be arrested. Then the commanderies, I have no idea. Some of this stuff is edited, so it's on Wikipedia. What do you expect? So it might be fake. Commanderies the police car that access LAPD's computer system from the vehicle's laptop to analyze information. Later, Brian meets with Kim on her college campus, and he removes the surveillance bug that was unknowingly placed by her and the LAPD. She tells him about Stewart's bodyguards. Brian abducts and interrogates Stewart, to who reveals in this depth to an ex-KGB Spetsnaz and an Afghan war veteran operatives named Oleg Malalikov, I don't know, was the probable motive for Lenore's murder. I have never heard that word in my life. With assistance from the CIA colleagues and a reluctant Stewart, Brian gains entry to Malikov's heavily guarded suite. After killing a guard, he mortally wounds Malkovan, who says that Stewart has played both men against each other. Meanwhile, Stewart shoots Sam and abducts Kim. Intending to flee the country with $12 million he's collected from Lenore's life insurance policy. Brian chases Stewart to the airport just as Stewart's plane is being prepared for takeoff. After disabling the plane, Brian overpowers Stewart, telling Stewart that he will spend time in prison for his involvement in Lenore's murder. Brian tells Stewart that he will later answer for his death. Dotzler and the LAPD arrive and arrest Stewart. In the aftermath of Stewart's arrest, Kim, who is pregnant, informs Brian that she wants to name her baby Lenore after her mother. And I should have said this earlier, but spoiler alerts, big giant spoiler alerts, I hadn't, but I pretty much gave you the whole story there. Sorry if you haven't seen the movie, my bad. But I really love spoilers. I'm just one of those very few people out there in the world that love the bejesus out of freaking spoiler alerts. I'm sorry, I just do. Except for two things. Unless it's like anime or manga I haven't seen yet, and I'm really, really hyped and into it, then I'm going to get pissed if I see spoilers on it. But, and then a couple video games too. Other than that, I really don't care if it's movies or any other forms of entertainment or mediums, you know, or music or any of that. I'll be happily able to take it, you know. But overall thoughts, views, opinions on this movie. Oh my God, there are so many scenes I want to get into. I'm pretty much just gonna not jump cut. What are the words I'm trying to think of? I'm pretty much gonna cut to the chase. That's what I want to say. I'm pretty much gonna cut to the chase of all the little action scenes that I really, really loved about this movie. I mean, yes, it's heart-pounding, it's adrenaline rush, it's emotional, it's sad. There's a few funny parts in the beginning of the movie. It's very slow, the way the movie starts up, but then it starts picking up speed really, 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 really fast. It goes miles beyond miles. It goes super quick. It's so fast-paced that the movie doesn't give you time to, tells you what the whole story is all about, you know? There's that. And Forrest Whitaker, he did a badass fucking job in this movie. He does in a lot of his movies. He's a really, some people might call him an overrated actor. He's still a badass actor. I mean, really cool ass dude. What else? See if that's still running. Okay, cool. Another thing I really wanted to talk about was how amazing it was. He didn't get to go all over the world this time. Because I don't know if any people have ever seen part 1 or part 2 have taken, the first 2 movies. Because in the first 2 movies, I think he went to Paris, France, and he went to Persia, then he went to somewhere in Spain, and then he went back to France again so he could find his daughter. Because one of the guys that was an Arabian dude or whatever, a sultan or a king, and he really, really wanted his daughter or whatever to be his I don't know, prostitute, slave, sex slave wife or whatever. And then Liam Neeson shoots him, and he saves his daughter. And then in the second one's a little bit more different. I think that was not too long ago, about 3-4 years ago. I think it's like, I want to see either 2010, 11, or 2012. I don't know. I think it's around that part of the early decade of this decade right now. That's when it came out. Not sure. You're gonna have to go on Google, Wikipedia to find out. But it was around that time area when Taken 2 came out. Instead of his daughter getting kidnapped, his wife gets kidnapped, and she almost dies because she has a little bit of a, what's it called, a cut on her neck a little bit, which is crazy because in the third one she ends up dying completely. Spoiler alert: his wife dies, Lenore. The one that's like Jean Grey from X-Men, that chick. Famke Jessenberg. I don't know what her last name. Her first name's so hard to say. I don't even know if she has like a real actual name. Hey, hold on. I might actually go on and go on Wikipedia again, see what her name was. Because sometimes it always says born like this. I'm not sure if it's real or not. Let's see. Come on. I don't know why this internet's been going slow on my Wi-Fi thing for a little while. Well, she's 50 years old. Oh my god, that's crazy. Same age as my old man. Wow. Okay, no, she still has the same name. Famke Bumor, but it has Bumir. Bumir Jansen. Okay, Jansen. Johansson. Oh yeah, it was her. I was right. It was the same chick from X-Men Days of Futures Past. I know you guys can't see it, but it says it there. That is freaking insane. Yeah, that was her. Alright, cool. Yeah, I was right. I was right. Hell fucking yes. Or hell's to the flipping yeah, as my boy Ando, aka Unlisted Leaf, says. I don't talk about him very much here. Most of them Nintendo Sony Free 2011 channel. Funny ass dude though. He opens up a lot of Pokemon cards just in case you like that. Getting back to the movie review though. Sorry if I had to go off topic there for a little bit. Yeah, his wife ends up dying in this movie. She gets cut and murdered by an unknown mystery murderer, which is actually happens to be, I think the ex-husband actually did it, or I think it was one of the Russian mafia. This was like the other movie that Denzel Washington made, which I still couldn't like. I was trying to think of what the movie was all day yesterday, and I still can't think of what the name was today. I know it came out last year. I didn't get to see it till like December though, because it came out I think August, September last year. So I saw it like 3-4 months later after it came out on DVD and all that, and Blu-ray. That was really awesome. It was kind of like that because I had Russian mafia evil villains too. Except this one had way more than the one Denzel Washington was fighting, which was crazy. Instead of Liam Neeson, a.k.a. when he's like Brian Mills and stuff like that in the character persona. Anyways, let's see, what else can I say? There was a couple parts where they go, when Liam Neeson, when I told you when I was reading, I'm trying to remember what the fuck the goddamn name is. Oh. Fucking hell, what is it? Remember when he was looking through all the surveillance cameras? This is for the people who actually saw the movies. Did any people recall that one scene when Liam Neeson was trying to like look through all the evidence on who kidnapped his wife, who wanted to murder her? He actually finds out it was the Russian mafia guy because he has these like German Russian tattoos or whatever, and he like these little European tattoos, and he has a real thick accent, and he keeps talking to him in German or Russian or whatever European language that was, and he says, "Go fuck yourself, go to hell, your accent is pure shitty, friend." That's what he says in his like born like foreign language and stuff, and then Liam Neeson says like, "Oh yeah, well fuck you too," and he says it back to him in German. That was crazy as hell. Oh, it was hilarious. And then he ends up killing him at the end, like, psh. Actually no. Liam Neeson doesn't kill him. He actually pulls the gun and trigger himself. And Liam Neeson, he still has the gun, and he forces him to shoot it, and then he kills himself, which is crazy. Hold on. I should have got some water before I did this review. But anyways, after that, what happens is a whole bunch of other things go down. Liam Neeson's taking off all these evil German, Russian mafia dude motherfuckers. He's kicking the fuck out of these bastards. He's just not giving a shit. He's killing motherfuckers left and right. Like in the beginning of the scene when the whole police chase scene thing happens, that was really cool. He ends up taking one of the officer's guns and he does all this parkour shit. I don't know if it was him that was doing all the stunts. I don't know if it was a younger dude that was taking some of the other stunts that Liam Neeson couldn't do. And he was doing all these parkour things. And then the officer was doing all these parkour things. The cool part was it was a Mexican Latino dude, which is awesome. That's awesome for the one people on mi gente. That's awesome as fuck. That's good. So maybe they'll get more Mexicans or Hispanics more into Hollywood now, which is awesome. Which is amazing. And there already is, besides George Lopez or that other chick, Sofia Vergara, and all that shit. Not just those two anymore, but even more, which is awesome as hell, or John Guizamo. But other than that, that's not what I'm here to talk about. Not race ethnicity, that's usually on a super rant. Other than that, let's see, what else? Yeah, he jumps into these sewers and then he goes he runs all the way to the LA River, which is a giant iconic place for Los Angeles. Many people live out in LA, you already know what that is. I don't even have to explain it to you guys. I went over there a couple times in California. That place is huge as fuck, man. I'm telling you. Los Angeles, of course, is a billion times bigger than New York. Because any people know me. I was born and raised in NYC, New York City, before I moved out here to Vegas. But anyways, that's what I'm talking about. Going off track again, yeah. He ends up running into this little hideaway in this Los Angeles dump, this city dump place or whatever. There's all this garbage and landfills. He goes into this underground cavern area, and then he has all this technology and weapons and guns and a whole bunch of rocket launchers and shit. Like some FBI, NSA type of shit. It's fucking insane, bro. And I was like, oh my god, he has this technology. Woo! Let's go, Liam Neeson. You are a boss right now, dude. Seriously, you are epic as fuck playing this character, Brian Mills. It's awesome, man. And then what happens is he does all these other things, he's trying to contact his daughter because he's not going to be able to ever see her again because the FBI and the DEA and FBI, NSA, CIA, all these little organizations and shit like that, they're protecting the daughter and the what's it called, the ex-husband of the one lady that died, which was Lenore, a.k.a. the girl that was Jean Grey from the X-Men movie. I can never say her fucking name right. Famke, whatever it is. Oh, it's so complicated. Why couldn't she just have a regular name? Damn, dude. Seriously. What else? Hopefully this is still working. Yes, it is. Thank goodness. Okay, what else happens after this is, there's a whole bunch of other spoilers I can give you. Oh, there's this one scene where she's going to college. The one chick that's supposed to be, I know her name is Maggie Golden Roberts. I don't even know what her name is. Maggie Roberts, Maggie Marguerite, whatever the fuck it is. I don't know her real name. I don't care. But what happens is she ends up going to college, and one of the DEA agents or the mystery detectives or police officer, whatever type of law enforcement he's in, he ends up following her. And she's like, "Can you stop following me, you asshole? Seriously? Oh, I'm just doing it for your protection. With all due respect, madam." It's like, yeah, go fuck off, asshole. And that was cool as hell. That was good stuff. And then what happens is after that, Liam Neeson leaves her a little thing called Drink Me on one of these yogurts because she's so predictable. That's the whole little scam plot of this movie, is that it's her being predictable of all these other things. But Liam Neeson, he's actually happy that she's able to be predictable so he could be with her daughter again, just to visit for a little bit. And then there's a lot of father and mother and daughter and father bonding in this movie for a little bit. Not too much, but a little bit halfway, if you catch my drift. And what happens after this is even crazier, is that, oh my god, yeah, once she ends up getting sick, she ends up getting nauseated, and then she meets Liam Neeson in the girls' bathroom. And then what happens after that, they find out Forrest Whitaker and the other guys that are, in the law enforcement team, they try to, arrest Liam Neeson again. And then, he ends up jumping out of the... No, he doesn't jump up. I thought he was going to jump out of the window, but he doesn't. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't, I'm not sure. And then what happens after that is, he starts running around the school campus, and Forrest Whitaker's trying to chase him down, and he throws a pipe grenade in the little janitor closet, and then it causes all the sprinklers to go off, and it goes, ding, everywhere, and it's like, what the hell's going on? He's escaping, go after him, and he's almost slipping, he almost falls on his ass a few times. That Moreno do Forrest Whitaker, he's a cool-ass guy, by the way. And he ends up finally getting out of the building, and then Liam Neeson's already gone. And after that, finally, what happens is he ends up connecting with this one dude, the ex-wife of the lady that died. I forget his name. I think Mr. St. John Whitaker. He ends up going out to Malibu. He ends up going to Malibu, California, super, super rich, fancy, no offense, white people place. And what happens is that he ends up Liam Neeson ends up following one of his Russian mafia henchmen or whatever, all the way down to Malibu in his private estate mansion and all that. And then one of the guys or whatever, the Russian mafia, they've actually used this big giant Hummer, H2 Hummer or Escalade, to push Liam Neeson off of the like the car that he's driving, and it explodes and goes boom. But at the last second, he jumps out, and they don't show it until the second part. He explains because of Russian Mafia when he's fighting him in that little like that dinky little like 7-Eleven rip-off area place, that little convenience store. He ends up like telling the Russian Mafia, how'd you? He wants to know how'd you escape that exploding car, and he says like, oh, after you guys left, I snuck out at the last second so you guys couldn't get me. And he ends up shooting him, and he kills him. And then after that, there's a lot of death and blood in this thing, so probably don't want to bring your kids to this movie. Not too much blood, a little bit here and there, but not a lot, you know? Mainly a lot of gun violence, but that's it. And then what happens after that is, after he kills down his men, he ends up, like, kidnapping the dude that, like, was gonna, like, ends up losing his daughter. Not losing his daughter, losing his ex-wife, the one that dies. And he starts torturing him with all this, like, he tries to drown him a little bit, and he puts a cloth on him, and he puts a gallon of water in him, and he's choking to death because his lungs can't capacitate that air. So he's kind of doing some, like, FBI type of torture, like MK Ultra type of shit. And I was like, oh my god, that's sick. He's like, oh, I don't have to keep torturing you. He was like, no, god, no, fucking god damn it, no, ah! He's like, oh, I really want to know the real story, what happened? Why'd you kill my wife? Why is my family in danger? Why are they in jeopardy? You know, there's, like, classic Liam Neeson voice. It's epic and badass. Highly fucking check this movie out. And I'm going to keep putting more spoilers out there, so if you haven't seen it, I'm still going to keep going. This is probably going to be 30 minutes, by the way. What happens is after that is the crazy ass fucking part is what... the real insane part is that, like, he ends up finding out that this other dude is the real Russian Mafia guy, which I already said his name, Malkovic. What happens is... he ends up saying that he used to be like an ex-military for the Afghanistan. It was like the FBI, CIA, DEA version of the Middle East of Iraq or Afghanistan. And he said like what happens is he killed like for the blood sport. It was a joy to him. It put a smile on his face. It was making him happy. It made him excited every time he got the adrenaline rush to kill and murder all of these Afghanistan Arabian people. And then what happens is after that, like he made a bad like money transaction with him, and then like they used to party all the time, but sometimes he went good deals, other times was bad deals. And then what happened was after that he ends up shooting motherfuckers. And in the beginning of the movie he shoots one of these accountant guys like, he says something real German, Russian ass, really I forgot what it was. This German Russian ass, he tells them threatening words like, tell your accountant I have a little present surprise for him when he opens his bank book. And he goes boom, he shoots his ass. Crazy, man. Crazy ass shit. Awesome too. What happens is after that is trying to think what it was. I'm sorry if I'm taking your guys' time. It's probably over 30 minutes now. I apologize. Oh yeah, like he ends up meeting this Russian German mafia guy. Like he shoots up all these people. He gets up on the elevator. He shoots both these guys, and then like one of his like CIA buddies, he ends up going in and puts a fake picture of like the elevator surveillance camera into thinking it's one of his friends when it's really Liam Neeson in the elevator. And he starts shooting people. He starts going left and right. As you can see some of these pictures, they kind of give it away. The spoiler alerts, what happened in the movie. He shoots all these guys up, and one of these dudes, he has a big ass shotgun. He's blowing gigantic holes in the wall. It goes. It was crazy as fuck, like some Terminator ass shit. Right there, ladies and gentlemen. It's amazing. And then what happens after that, Liam Neeson ends up killing him, he shoots him, and he shoots all these other guys. And after he kills all his guys on the inside and out, and the girls run away, they finally get to the guy, Malkovic, and he's in his like little dingy underwears and shit, as you saw in the picture right there. Hopefully you saw it by now. He's in his dingy little underwears, like, he looks like he's in diapers, but he's kicking the shit out of Liam Neeson a little bit. They're almost an even match, and he's so tiny. He's so much littler and smaller than him. You'd think he'd be able to kick his ass, but he didn't. They're like, it's an even match, but you know, it's the movie, so what do you expect? Fantasy plays out, obviously. But anyways, after that, he says, oh, you came after the wrong man. We were both played as the fools. He's the real killer. The one that was originally the wife that died. I always forget that dude's name. He kind of looks like the dude from Twilight, the dad, but it's not him. Anyways, don't ask me how I saw that movie, by the way. But anyways, other than that, let's see. Yeah, after he ends up killing him by accident, he's like, no, you're going to kill me. And after that, he finds out his friend was actually the one that was going to, like, actually take the $12 million. He's like, your wife was actually just a bad, like, was just caught in a bad deal and lost her life. You know, sucks, man. She got killed in the process. I know what happens after that. After that is let's see. The daughter gets kidnapped, and he has to go back downstairs. But then Forrest Whitaker's got the whole city, like not the whole city, like he has the whole building shut down. The SWAT team, the FBI, CIDA, they're all after Liam Neeson, and he sneaks into this Porsche car that one of his friends gave him. And then he sneaks out of it. He's like, oh, go after him, go. He ends up going, and he's sneaking. He's doing some stealthy shit, Liam Neeson. And after he releases out of the car, he finally goes in. He finally does his final car chase with the other dude. Like, he kidnaps his daughter because she had no idea that the daughter was going to be in danger. And she ends up being like a hostage for the guy that lost his ex-wife. And then what happens is this guy, he ends up taking this thing to like Santa Monica, the Santa Monica airport. I think that's what it was. I'm not sure if that's a real airport, by the way. It may be, it may not be. I don't know. It looks like it's in the middle of nowhere because I never went out over there in Cali. But anyways, what else? My mind's starting to go to a blank. Oh yeah, Liam Neeson, he's starting to talk to Forrest Whitaker through the cell phone because he calls her. He ends up calling her or whatever. He says he ends up calling him whatever. Excuse me. And what happens is like, no, you can take me in as much as you want, but I have to go save my daughter. Save my daughter is my bigger priority than you arresting me and putting me in jail. I was like, no, we already got everything good up. We could take it from here. And Forrest Whitaker said, come on, you gotta stay out of this, man. Just surrender and give up. You know, like, I'm just doing my job, man. It's crazy, man. Serious stuff. Shout out goes to him. He's awesome as hell. Forrest Whitaker. Anyways, after that, they end up all going to Santa Monica Airport, and I almost hit my computer. Well, actually, no, I did. What happens after that is they finally go to Santa Monica Airport, and the biggest action-packed thing happens is Liam Neeson, right as he sees the little private jet taking off, he ends up like, he rams into hardcore one of the tires, and he goes, boom, and it just explodes everything a little bit in half, like, that's what they showed in the trailer. I remember that, and I was like, oh my god, I so want to see this fucking movie. Many people remember I reaction review last year when I did it, when the movie was coming out, I think in November. Actually, no, when the movie trailer came out in November. It only came out like 2 weeks ago, in January. That's the time I'm doing this video. What happens after that, after like the engine, the private jet explodes a little bit, but it doesn't like explode too hardcore. They couldn't take off in time, so the guy that's ex-wife that died, he's like, oh, I'm going to kill your daughter, I'm going to kill her. And then she shoots him in the shoulder, and then he releases his daughter as a hostage situation. And then Liam Neeson and the girl Maggie, she ends up being like, or Gracie, Maggie Grace. That's what her name is, Maggie Grace. Those two end up being together. It's like they have a daughter-father moment bonding. They're like, oh, I'll never leave you again. I love you so much, sweet daughter. You're awesome. And it's like, oh, I love you too, daughter. I promise I'll be a good daughter from now on. And all that good stuff, all the gushy, mushy stuff. Yeah. And then what happens is he starts kicking the shit and beating the fucking crap out of the lady's ex-husband's wife or whatever, husband. And he ends up being an asshole prick. And he almost kills him, but he says, and then the daughter says, Dad, don't do it. He's going to rot in jail anyways. He's going to go to prison. And you'll go to prison too if you shoot him. And he's like, ugh. And he kicks him one more time in the face and punches him one more time. Like, shoot, whoa, bam! That was cool ass stuff. And after that, like, the officers take for dinner, and then Liam Neeson and Forrest Whitaker, they shake hands. They're happy with each other. Like, am I done here, officer? Yeah, I'm all good. And then he's a free man again. The FBI's not chasing him anymore, CIA, DEA, all that, because he's an innocent man once again. And then, like, finally, the daughter admits, like, I'm pregnant, now I'm going to have, like, I think I want to name my daughter, if it's a girl, I'll name my daughter after my mom, Lenore. And then what happens after that, Liam Neeson says, you know what? Your mother would have wanted you to say the same thing too. And then it pretty much closes afterwards. And then they show Liam Neeson looking at the pier, wondering what's going to come next. I have a feeling it might be a 4 sequel. And I'll be kind of stupid if they did, but I'll be hyped for it if they do in another 2 more years, or 3. But overall thoughts, views, and opinions, as you can tell, I was super hyped. I was super excited about it. I was jumping on the edge by saying, woo, woo, woo! Go, Liam Neeson, go! Go kick his ass, woo! You keep using your guns, buddy. Oh, man, the action hype was real. The car chase scenes and the highway scene, that was epic as fuck. When he stole the police car, and Liam Neeson's like, hey, you gotta go move or I'm gonna shoot your head. You go out right now. It was sick as fuck, man. Oh, man. That was amazing. So, if you haven't seen the movie, I highly suggest you go see it. Even though it's like about 2 weeks old. It's still in theaters. or just rent it on Blu-ray, DVD, or pirate or whatever. Like as you say, people, it what is ain't what ain't. See when I see you guys every day. Have a night we're right around the world. Don't drink, smoke at the same time. Don't do anything reckless. You guys, have a good. Keep it calm. Keep it cool. Keep it chill. Keep collective. All that good stuff. And until then, that's guys. Peace out. Laters and goodbye. Late to goodbye. All that good shit. Stay tuned. More videos coming soon. All that good stuff. Brand new videos on this channel almost every single day, but not really. And I will talk to you guys next time. All right. I might do another movie review. Who knows? I still really want to try to bring those Versus series back. I've just been super lazy on it lately, so I apologize. I might just do that once a month instead of once a week. Who knows? I was planning on doing 2 more. One was actually going to be anime and Digimon related, which is, I know a lot of people don't like Digimon that much anymore. Another one was going to be movie actor related, and the other one was actually going to be Ruby. It was going to be, for the anime series, Ruby was going to be Yang Xiaoling versus the girl from Panty and Stocking, because she looks like Panty a lot. The one that's that girl from Anarchy, like Anarchy, every word saying today me. You know, that Panty Stocking that came out like 3, 4, or 5 years ago. Take it easy, I'm gone, I'm out. Stay safe everyone and take care.